Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is a funny one and a sad one, all at the same time. We covered this a good few days ago, but it was Paul Feig just crying out to Sony that they didn't include his Ghostbusters in an Ultimate collection for Ghostbusters, basically. Now, a few things important to note about that is that it was an Ultimate gift set that had all of the Ghostbusters, the mainline canon Ghostbusters. That's all it was, and obviously it's to promote Ghostbusters Afterlife, but also make, a pretty heavy pay packet off the rest of the films as well. Makes perfect sense. And it makes perfect sense that his film wasn't included in it, because it's mainline Ghostbusters. It's not... that's obviously the point of why it was put together. This is the main canon, this is the main story, the universe, this is Ghostbusters proper, as they call it. So it makes perfect sense that Sony didn't include that. And he jumped on Twitter and bitched and cried about it, sending Sony a tweet. And then obviously, of course, riling all of his main supporters up as well. And now they've caved. They have caved, and Sony has decided to give Ghostbusters, the reboot, it's going to be part of the Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection gift set. Now, it's important to note that it is only as a digital pack-in, so it's basically, hey, redeem this code and you can download this bag of dicks film for free. But why on earth did they cave? Why? What the ultimate show of weakness that Sony could have done here is what they've just done. You've got, you've got a chap, a director, a producer, someone who's supposed to be professional, sending out a very unprofessional tweet directly to the company, basically slating them, just slamming them. Right? Why didn't you include my film as part of this? Oh, it must be some mistake. The worst thing that Sony could have done is what happened. Is just, here you go, just chuck it on. The tweet itself wasn't even bad, right? It's highlighting it, it's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment for Paul Feig to send this tweet out. But obviously, ultimately, what happened was that there would have been loads of comments and nonsense rallied up from this and sent to Sony Pictures. But the ultimate show of weakness from Sony is to cave to this. Sony Pictures, I know this must be a mistake. We do have a lot of fans, and Bill, Dan and Ernie were in it, and it won the Kids' Choice Award for Best Feature Film the year it came out. So I guess this was just an oversight. No, this would have been unequivocally, completely purposeful. They would have done this completely on purpose. Why would they have included your film? We've been over this. There's no point to include the film. It's mainline Ghostbusters canon proper. But the fact that they caved to this, and I think what's perhaps most frustrating about this, right, is that they caved to this, and he hasn't even bothered to say thanks. Now, here's the interesting thing. Ghostbusters ATC haters have to say I admire your passion. The fact that you spent the days of Christmas sending me angry tweets instead of simply enjoying a lovely holiday just makes me want to send you all lots of love and joy. Truly, wishing you all the best. Seriously, he's pretty pro troll, to be fair. I don't think there's many people that would have been tagging him in things. Let's be honest. But he hasn't even bothered to then come out and say thanks. Cheers, Sony, for doing that. He's quick to send this, pathetic tweet going, oh, it must be an oversight, must be a mistake. But where's the thank you? Where is it? He's been on Twitter because he's been tweeting about people dying. So why on earth did Sony think it was a good idea to then include this? And I think the thing is, right, oh, Jesus, that is some bad exposure, isn't it? Let's remove that. I think the thing about this is, ladies and gents, is ultimately massive show of weakness. And a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, but they don't lose anything for doing this, do they? They don't lose anything for doing this. Well, they lose respect at the end of the day. They completely lose respect. Because you caved to a tweet, which then subsequently the guy didn't even thank you for. Yes, sure, people will probably pay for this ultimate gift set, and they probably won't redeem it, let's be honest. It'll be a figure which ultimately they'll never reveal, but can you imagine the amount of people that are going to download this? Probably no one. Probably absolutely nobody. So yes, sure, they don't lose anything, apart from integrity and dignity, some self-respect. You should not have caved to someone sending out demands on Twitter, Sony. Like, it's real poor form. Real poor form. And again, this is GhostbustersNews.com, right? So, like, massive Ghostbusters fans all, you know, loving life with Ghostbusters on this Twitter page. And even they're pretty indifferent to it. You know, it's very much straight down the line. You know, it doesn't hurt to have it in there. I get that some people are saying about it not being in the same timeline, etc. But if consumers are going to spend lots of money on a big box set, you might as well give them every Ghostbusters movie. Don't make completionists buy it separately. They would have already bought it if they wanted it. You're assuming the people who want the other three have any interest at all in 2016 reboot. If you were to draw a Venn diagram of those who liked the Ghostbusters trilogy and those who liked the 2016 reboot, there would be a single pixel of overlap. I mean, that is a roasting burn right there. And the thing, yeah, again, lots of people are like, oh, it's a Ghostbusters movie, so it should be in the Ultimate Collection. Now, the thing which there was a very good argument actually, all about basically how Paul Feig, you know, did his best to basically distance himself from the movie. Here it is. So they didn't have to, but that's a nice gesture. If nothing else, the movie should at least be acknowledged, hopefully one day without people soiling their diapers at the very mention of it. Not really. It's a franchise of its own. It should be acknowledged as that, not as something that the director himself absolutely refused to connect his film to. Yeah, exactly. They went out of their way, and now you're crying that it was never included in the gift set, and then you're not even saying thank you. It shouldn't be acknowledged, but should be acknowledged. And which director are you projecting on here? This is the Ultimate Ghostbusters Collection, not the Reitman Spengler Collection. Putting in this one offshoot film as a digital add-on is appropriate. You can just toss it. A better idea, give the people what they want. Don't tell them what they need. Paul Feig whined for this, and he only did it for money, not because his movie was left out. He wanted to try and erase the original Ghostbusters legacy. He does not deserve to gain from it. Completely agreed. Are you campaigning to have Ghostbusters 2 and Afterlife removed too? After all, they were done for the money. Every movie's done for the money, just as an FYI. It's a really pathetic argument. And not good. That's a pretty bad faith counter point as well. Again, you know, they are literally there, you know, in that canon, in that proper. And this is the sad thing. Like, again, didn't even bother to say thank you. You kowtowed to this, you know, raging douche canoe. But you didn't even, you know, he hasn't even bothered to say thank you. Like, so you lost dignity and self-respect for literally no one's gained from this. Only Paul Feig and his shitty little fans. Terrible. But anyway, I thought I'd do an update on this because I did cover it first time. What do you guys think? Have they lost dignity and respect in your eyes? Let me know down below. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. Also, guys, if you like what I do here, please do consider supporting via Patreon. It's linked in the description box. There are multiple benefits to that, as well as the membership on YouTube. There are, again, like a fair amount of benefits. So please do consider supporting me if you enjoy me as a creator. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Take care.